Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. We have Miss Rudy Berry here.
Hi!
We're gonna do a mukbang today and answer some questions that she asked on her Instagram. Questions about like us, how we met, beauty.
Lots of tea about being an influencer, like, you'll see.
The tea.
It's quite a bit.
Yeah, so we're just gonna jump right into it and get started.
Let's tell them what we got because originally we were gonna do like unhealthy, kind of like whatever. And we're both gluten-free, dairy-free, and you know, there's not a lot of options for people like us out there, so we ended up going very healthy.
I'm actually glad that we went healthy because I feel like this weekend we've
kind of done some damage to the body.
We've eaten a lot. So where are these salads from? We got 2 salads.
These are from Urban Juicer. It's like a local Nashville place, and they do really good like smoothies, gluten-free, dairy-free stuff. And this is a curry chicken salad.
This one is the power chicken salad, which honestly feels and looks the exact same.
He went ahead and said curry when you grabbed it.
Maybe. So,
so we have 2 curry chicken salads, which is fine because you wanted that anyways.
Yeah, I was gonna get it anyways.
So we got the exact same thing.
And then we stopped at Publix and got some sushi, which this one is the spicy California roll. Looks dairy gluten-free. And then we got a spicy tuna, like shrimp tempura roll, not tuna. And this one does not look gluten-free, but I think I'm gonna have a bite.
Evil.
Yeah, I'm really bad.
So I think this is one of those salads that you kind of need to mix up, like shaky type of thing. I also don't like tomatoes.
I'm trying to get into...
And we got 2 vegan, they look like literal testicles, 2 vegan bites.
I also got a ginger lemon kombucha, the best, and I'm
Should
trying
we
to get her
cheers
into
to this?
kombucha. I'm trying to get her into kombucha and also chai.
Ooh, this smells really good. I'm not really into kombucha because one, the smell of kombucha is so strong of vinegar, so strong that I feel like I have to drink it with my nose plugged. And then secondarily, I feel like he told me it gives you fungal acne and I already struggle with that.
There's been some people that have said that kombucha relates to their fungal acne, so...
Because it like overgrows bacteria on the skin.
Yeah, it's like good bacteria that you're getting in your gut, but then eventually that may reflect on your skin.
That's good. This is chia concentrate, cold brew coffee, local honey, and almond milk, which is like great.
This is really good also, but it's hard to drink. If you're not a kombucha drinker, this
Hard
is
to
a tough
I'm
one.
not drinking that after I drink my dirty chai.
All right.
Okay, should we get into the first question?
Yeah, let's start the questions.
First, I need to shake out my salad real quick.
Shake, shake. I'm also really excited to eat because I'm hungry.
Yeah, me too.
I feel like our breakfast was not that big.
We got some really good questions, honestly. I was really impressed. First question that I think would make the most sense is how did we meet?
I actually feel like I know how we started this friendship.
Yeah, better
Do you
than
know
I
how?
do. No, yours is better.
No.
You know more than I do.
So I think you followed me on TikTok.
Okay.
But I do remember the first video I ever saw of you on TikTok, and that was the tortoise neck video. You were talking about retinol, I think, and
Roll
somebody...
a clip. And then he told me I have a tortoise neck.
They commented that you responded to the video, and I thought that was funny. You had already followed me, so then I followed you back after that. You deserve the follow-up.
Oh, I'm so glad.
But then I do remember that you randomly sent me a video or a voice memo.
I did?
Yeah, and you were like...
That's not very like me.
Well, you were like, you don't have to be a voice or video type of person, but I just want you to know that I've decided that we're friends.
No, that was after we had been like sending each other videos, I think, for a little while. I don't know how we got into, Kevin and I were added into a group chat.
I feel like that was a while after.
But that's how we really started becoming friends. We were added into a group chat with some other influencers, but it was a little overwhelming for us. There was a lot of young people in it, like high school. And so we were like, you know what, this just isn't right. And so we left it and just started talking all the time.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, there was moments where I felt like she was ready to be like best friends. And I was like, I don't know if people are ready to see me like morning face in my bonnet.
I was
looking
ready.
crazy.
I was ready.
She was ready, so I just had to kind of break that. But yeah, I feel like the friendship came over time. But honestly...
I mean, we talk every single day, pretty much all day. And if we don't talk that day, then one of us is like, what's going on? Where are you? Are you dead?
I also feel like you're one of the only people that really understands social media influencer life that's in my life.
Right.
So if
Same.
ever I have something going on with like brands or something, you're the one that I reach out to.
Yeah, and for stomach problems.
She's somebody that's helping me kind of like understand my stomach issues because she has so much experience with it. So we talked about that. And also I just feel like you're...
Toilet shots. A lot of toilet shots.
Yeah, a lot of us on the toilet that we send. And also I feel like because we're so consistent on social media, you're somebody that I need to talk to every single day.
Yeah, we're regular friends too, you know. It's definitely started online, but now we're just regular friends. Clearly, he flew out to see me, so.
Her husband's been making me breakfast every day.
Yeah.
And it's been some good breakfast.
So that's how we met. We met on TikTok. If we're really boiling it down, we met on TikTok, which is so fun, and I love that story. And actually, the first time we met in real life was at my wedding. So I guess that covers two questions, which was how did you become best friends and how did you meet? So we became best friends on TikTok, but we met for the first time at my wedding. I invited him to my wedding, even though I'd never met him before. He literally could have been a serial killer. And he brought his best friend Leticia, and it was so fun. We got drunk. We had an absolute blast. I only got to talk to him for like 10 minutes, even less than that. But I knew that he was the same person online. Like that he was, one, not a killer, and two, that he was like my true bestie.
And that's kind of
why
why...
he was so comfortable right away. Like,
yes.
Boom.
Well, that's kind of why I wanted to come on this trip also, is just because I felt like that trip, I saw you and we talked for like a moment, but I couldn't hang out. You know,
right.
It was your wedding. I didn't want to like grab you away from your mom.
I was stressed. Both of your guilty pleasure TV shows.
Should we talk about what we're doing right now? Gossip Girl is for me. I'm starting her on Gossip Girl because she's never seen it before. I have to say for me, I have a few. I have like Gossip Girl, Euphoria, Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Okay, Euphoria is not your guilty.
I love it though. It quickly became one.
No, that's not true because you don't watch it like a guilty obsession.
Okay,
like
fine.
you've watched it once. Let's get the facts straight. And you know why he watched it? Me.
But also there's like Grey's Anatomy, Charmed, I think I said Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Like a lot of the old like actiony, like super natural kind of shows. That's my vibe. What are yours?
So my number one favorite guilty pleasure, and it's not even guilty. I guess I have to say guilty, like, right? Because like they're saying guilty pleasure, not like
you're
I feel like Charmed is not like guilty pleasure for you. I think like for me, it's Real Housewives. I was not into Real Housewives at all. Like my favorite TV shows are very much 30 Rock, Parks and Rec, like kind of comedy, like office comedy shows, and then like Sex and the City, like more like romance shows. And so I was never into reality TV at all. And when we were in the pandemic, my husband and I started listening to this podcast called Los Culturistas, and they're like two of our favorite gay comedians, and they have an obsession with Real Housewives of Potomac. So we were like, we love this podcast, and the only way we can understand it is if we have to listen to this, or we have to watch this show. And we just like became fully addicted to it, and we watched Salt Lake City, and those are the only two we've seen, but we're like in it now. So I would say definitely Real Housewives, specifically Potomac, would be my guilty pleasure show.
Are you like a reality TV show fan now?
No, I like Love is Blind, like loved Love is Blind.
Seen that.
Reed and I have seen Married at First Sight, but I like hate The Bachelor and Bachelorette, like hate, which is like the most popular one for girls my age, so.
I feel like reality TV is kind of like a guilty pleasure in general for everybody.
Because it's so mindless.
And if I have to choose a reality TV show that's my favorite, Mob Wives.
Oh my god. Very Real Housewives though. It's similar. What makeup do you both disagree on?
I like and you don't?
I don't.
And vice versa?
Do you both disagree on? Does that mean we both don't like it?
No, I think you like it and I don't, or vice versa.
Okay.
Because disagree.
Yeah.
First one that comes to mind for me is Glowish by Huda Beauty.
Okay. I don't hate that, but it's just not, it's not for me.
Yeah, and I would also think that the L'Oreal Tinted Hyaluronic Serum is also in that category, but I also don't hate that. I just understand that it's not for dry skin necessarily. And that's what I feel like the Huda Beauty one is. I feel like that's for dry skin.
We definitely don't agree on everything because we have different skin types, and I have really sensitive skin, so I like do my best to stay away from fragrance and like over exfoliation, whereas Kevin has like thicker and tougher skin. So anything that has fragrance in it or like overly fragranced items like a lot of Huda Beauty, I'm like, I just don't.
I feel like we would disagree more on skincare than makeup.
Milani lip oil.
I like Milani lip oil,
But we disagree.
but there's fighting words behind that.
I think it's a dupe or close to a dupe for the Dior lip oil. He does not.
I think the House Labs one is the House Labs lip oil. I've tried the Milani and it's just not the same experience. So
No,
there's
it's
that.
the same experience.
There's that, but yeah, I feel like we're gonna disagree more on skincare. One, because of skin types, and two, because I find that like fragrance is my guilty pleasure. I really enjoy fragrance and skincare, and I know that you don't use that.
But he did go through my everyday skincare and thought it was pretty good. So I take that as a win.
Yeah, we have a lot of similarities, and honestly, for makeup specifically, I don't think we're gonna disagree a lot. because I get a lot of recommendations from her.
And I ask him a lot of questions about skincare in particular, like this ingredient or that. Like he just knows a lot. And so I feel like I can trust him when it comes to recommendations because he knows a lot about skincare and he knows what my skin is like. What 3 products would you both bring on a desert island? Also, love you both. Thanks, love you too.
3 products on a desert island. First one I'm thinking is sunscreen.
Say sun visor.
Yeah, I would do sun visor. I was thinking the Murad one. I'm not worried about money on the island. And that's expensive.
On Animal Crossing Island.
But say sun visor, I would do that one. I'd also do a moisturizer because the sun and like the beach and stuff makes me dry.
Basically already. Like you don't need a moisturizer if you're bringing the sun visor. 3 products, you're gonna bring a sunscreen and a moisturizer?
I mean, I don't really care how I look on the island. Are people with me on the island? Am I gonna bring a cleanser? Maybe a salicylic acid cleanser.
That's good.
I'm gonna bring the Inculus salicylic acid cleanser,
idea.
the sun visor, and then I'm gonna need a chapstick. So I'll probably bring a Laneige lip mask because my lips are gonna be crusty, dusty, and musty.
So mine is less about being on the desert and more about if I could only have 3 products. That's kind of what I'm thinking of. One would be the Say sun visor, the one he just said. Second would be Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter in shade 3 for a desert island photo shoot. And number 3 would be the Sugar Rush lip balm in the shade Clear because I use it as like a glossy cover and I also use it as a chapstick. Yours are more, I was actually deserted. What's one thing that you find annoying about the other person? Spill the tea. I'll go first.
Okay. Why do you not have to think about that?
Because it's something about you that he is so particular and perfectionist about a lot of things. And so I'm very much like, oh, let's do this. Let's film this. Like, let's just talk about this on camera. And he's like, I need to lint roll and I need to make sure my curls look good and I won't try on the shirt unless my curls look good. And I'm very much like, no, let's just do it and like we'll have content together. And that's something that I feel like you just have to work on over time, but it's also just part of who he is. So that is my most annoying thing about Kevin is that he's a perfectionist when it comes to his content and the way he looks.
I'm thinking about a funny one, but yes, that's also true.
Do you want me to say a funny one?
No.
Are you hurt?
No. This is something that actually I get annoyed with a lot of my friends.
Oh God.
I think you noticed when you picked me up how soft-spoken I can be.
Yeah.
And so because of that reason, I don't like enjoy going out to the clubs necessarily, or be in a car and have the person listen to loud music
I love
and
loud music.
expect me to raise my voice to speak over the loud music. So when she's blasting Casey Musgraves in the car and I have to like raise my voice, it just makes me want to go to bed.
And all I want to do is turn it up and scream. And look, we're still friends after our first fight. What's a secret that you haven't told each other? I don't know. I tell you like everything. He knows like the shape of my butthole basically.
I don't really think there's any necessarily that I can think of because I feel like when we became friends, it was refreshing that you were not in my life.
Yeah.
Like
so it was
my direct life, so I feel like I was able to tell you a lot.
Yeah, I will say like I feel like we've learned a lot about each other this weekend. We didn't know about like our life before we met and like family and like my relationship with my husband, his relationship with his family and stuff like that. You know, like where we online a lot of the times we're being like really silly and stupid. So we had time to actually like talk more.
How about instead of answering this, you answer like what you learned about me on this trip? Because one thing that I learned about you, which I honestly did not know, is that like you and Andy became friends like within the past few years when I thought like you were like best friends
for
your whole life
because
you guys are so close. I didn't realize that all your friends were not like best friends also. That was weird to me. I was like, oh, your whole like wedding party are like close knit.
Yeah. I learned that I learned a lot of random things about him. Like he likes to clean and he likes things to be clean and he's very particular. I don't think I knew that so much before, like how particular he is. I also learned like when we first met that he's more soft-spoken than I thought he was gonna be. And not even shy. It's not that he's shy, it's just that he's more reserved and kind of like doesn't speak unless he's spoken to all the time.
I like to socialize though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you're not quiet and you're not shy. And like if you're out, you're gonna talk to someone and it's not gonna be uncomfortable, but you don't feel like you have to talk. Whereas like I have this undying need to talk and to like be heard because I don't fucking know. I'm an only child.
And you talk to servers like they're your best friend. You've known them for your entire life. A server will walk up to the table and you're like, oh my God, tell me about your family. And I'm just like, they're here for my Coca-Cola.
I know, it's an issue. Honestly, we really don't keep secrets from each other because what is there to keep? Like nothing he says to me is gonna make me not be his friend because I already know he's a good person. So it's like.
She knows my poop schedule.
I do. And that is very important. Most embarrassing sexual encounter, LOL. Not today, babes. Our moms watch these videos. Ooh, okay. Both of your favorite lip gloss balms or oils? I would say, should we do one of each? Gloss, balm, and oil. Boom, boom. What do you think? You gotta say it.
Oil, Dior.
Yes.
Gloss, House Labs. Lip balm, Laneige. Specifically the lip balm in the tube. It's the gummy bear one.
You have it with you. I think you have those all in your bag right now.
I think, well, the House Labs one is upstairs. So the House Labs gloss that I have is upstairs, but the Dior lip oil in berry is my favorite. There's a reason people are trying to find dupes for this. It's because this one is so good and it's always sold out. But this is the best lip oil that I've tried. And this balm by Laneige, it's the lip glowy balm.
It's so good.
The gummy bear flavor. It's very similar to their lip mask. But
I like these better than the lip mask. Like, it's basically the lip mask. And it, like, would you say that it might be actually?
Like a little creamier, thinner, not as heavy.
But like it might be.
Yeah,
you could use that at night and be fine.
And I'm very much a berry person.
Yes, you are very much a berry person.
But like a purpley color. I really like the purples on my lip.
You look good in that. I think dark hair looks really good with a purple lip.
What about you?
I feel like it's really hard to say for gloss because a gloss could be an oil easily. But I would say I really like the Cali Ray glosses. They're really lightweight and nourishing and they're not sticky at all. They are a newer brand at Sephora. I actually have an entire review on their entire brand. Hashtag go follow me. Balm is the Sugar Rush vegan lip balm that I mentioned earlier. So freaking good. If you take anything from this video, you need to buy those. Oil is the Dior lip oil in mahogany specifically.
I wanted that shade.
It's so good. It's like more of a darker, literally mahogany type shade, and it looks good on top of every single lipstick. Holy Grail product that you've used for over 5 years.
Well, if I'm being honest, I didn't use skincare heavily, or I did, but I was so experimental with it, and I was using things like Proactiv, Aveeno, Neutrogena, like very acne heavy, drying products. I don't know if there's been any great product. One thing that I can say I used years and years ago and finally came back to it is the CeraVe Hydrating Cleanser. I don't love it, but it's like
it is one thing you've used for 5 years.
And I know like if ever my skin is like super irritated.
That's Holy Grail. You think that's Holy Grail?
No, but I don't know if there's a Holy Grail product that I used for 5 years. I'll say the longest.
Yeah, because the more you try stuff, the better stuff you find. And when we're in our industry, like we try so much stuff, we're always looking for the next best thing. You know, which is like a blessing and a curse. CeraVe moisturizing cream.
Okay.
For my body. I have eczema.
Eczema?
It's the only thing that's worked to help with my eczema. Literally the only thing. I have a video on eczema too.
The native deodorant. I've used native deodorant like crazy and I still like it.
Okay. CeraVe moisturizing cream, native deodorant. What is the best celebrity on makeup line? And don't say House Labs just because you want Jason to go to their party.
No, it's not House Labs. I've only used like 2 of their things. Okay,
Victoria Beckham Beauty.
I haven't tried anything from them.
It's expensive and it's like one of those lines that you have to buy on her website. But her mascara was my #1 mascara of 2021. Like in my breakdown video, I pick one product from each category. Her mascara won. It's like the tiniest little wand that's curved and it's a tubing mascara. You eat that with your hand. And her
peanut buttery.
Yeah, it's good. Her cream blush stick, absolutely beautiful. Beautiful lip product. She has some skincare as well, but it's really tailored in very specific launches. It's not just like any old thing. And it is luxury quality. And it's also, you know, high-end priced. But for me, Victoria Beckham makes sense with beauty. She's Posh Spice. She's always been the beauty obsessed one of her group. And it's like an understated line to say, yeah, I care about this enough. I'm not gonna sell it at Sephora or Ulta like this is my line, this is my company, this is my business. I love her products so much and I will go out of my way to buy them.
I think I gotta say Fenty Beauty with Rihanna.
So was that?
Is he a celebrity?
Kidding. Fenty's a good one too. I didn't even think about that.
So I think Fenty Beauty, and one of the big reasons is because I feel like it's the most developed celebrity brand too. Like,
I mean, she's barely a musician anymore.
I know, but you can get like foundation, concealer, bronzer,
everything. Sunscreen now.
Yeah, she
Fenty
even has
Skin.
like her Fenty Skin line. So I was almost gonna say Rare Beauty because I feel like that's like a really
that's a good one too.
Yeah, like I feel like you look at that and you're like, you're like an established, like well thought out brand. You're not just like a celebrity throwing your name on the brand. And I think Rare Beauty has the potential to become something similar to Fenty Beauty.
Agreed.
Like a full developed line. So those are the two, but I would say Fenty just because I love their products. They have such a huge line and I'm always interested. I mean, every single time I walk into a Sephora or an Ulta now, I will walk up to the Fenty Beauty
and
section.
they have products for every single skin tone, which is so important. And rarely happens for a newer brand like at a first launch.
With every product too, not just foundation. Bronzers, you can probably find something.
And lip shades too, like light all the way to deep.
Yeah, very developed.
What's a product you bought because of TikTok that didn't live up to the hype? Where to begin?
I feel like a lot of them. And for me, a lot of them are makeup specific. Like I think a lot of times they put on a coverage product and they're like, oh my God. And then you try it.
Wow.
Yeah, when honestly a lot of the products look the exact same on TikTok.
Maybelline Sky High Mascara. That was everywhere. Everywhere when it came out. It's like the pink packaging. Everybody did an ad with it. Not me, obviously, not him either. And I bought it recently because I'm like, oh, the hype has died down. Let's see if it's actually good. 0 out of 10. The wand is so wiggly that like you can't even use it because it's like, blah, blah. Hated it. There's more, but that's just my first thought.
My first thought is the L'Oreal tinted hyaluronic serum, but that's just because it didn't work on my skin. But then another one, Maybelline Cheek Heat. Have you tried that?
I don't know.
You put it on and it disappears. It's stupid. It doesn't have any pigment to it.
Let's
you put
see
it on.
what viral products we can look up to see. Because I know skincare, there's got to be a viral skincare product that didn't work for us.
There's
oh,
sure.
I know one, but you guys are going to be mad. The Rare Beauty Liquid Blush. People love the Rare Beauty Liquid.
I feel like that went viral for a specific reason. It's because the brand puts money behind it. Oh, the Ordinary Peeling Solution.
No, wait, first I'll say the Rare Beauty Liquid Blush is just too pigmented for me. We both have determined that we like cream products more than liquid products. There are some liquid blushes out there that look good, but the Rare Beauty one, we both had issues with having too much pigment, and I just don't find myself using it because it's a little bit harder to blend, but it works very well on dark and deep skin tones because it actually shows up on the skin. So not to say it's not good because it just is a little bit too intense for me personally.
And the peeling solution one is just like
You should pop in
misused,
pictures, too.
mistreated. Like people are attacking their skin with that, not knowing what it's supposed to do.
Did you like it?
I
If
think
you have
ultimately,
sensitive
no.
skin, stay the away. Stay away.
Yeah, I think ultimately no, too harsh.
We'll do 2 more questions. I have some good ones picked out here. Do you ever get overwhelmed by the amount of products that we own and have to try?
Yes, I do. Especially when brands try and take advantage of creators. And, you know, sometimes I feel like I'm using certain products like retinols or exfoliants. And sometimes I'm received a product from a brand like a vitamin C or another exfoliant to give the product like a proper
Go of it.
proper go demonstration, like show my skin as an example. I feel like I can't do that. So that kind of stresses me out, especially being a skincare content creator. Primarily that for me, I feel like skincare is something that I can't really like try super quickly. Like if you see a content creator reviewing different exfoliants or retinols like back to back, I feel like you may need to question that because they're not giving their skin a proper chance to like adapt to the product. So I get overwhelmed with that, especially with skincare.
I'm very particular about those types of sponsorships that I take. So first of all, when it comes to PR, yes, bottom line, it's very overwhelming. And like,
I don't try the majority
I don't
of it.
even like to say that because I know people are like, you should just be so happy you get free product. But here's the thing, you guys. For them to send us free product, it's absolutely nothing. And what they're hoping that they'll get out of it is that we'll post about it. And that will be worth more than the products that they sent us. So it's all business. Like, yes, we're getting these for free, but it's part of our job. So it's like hard to make that separation, but it is a part of this business and part of this job. Where at the end of the day, if you are a content creator and you're posting about the PR that you got for free, you're actually doing more for the brand than they did for you. It's hard to think of it that way because I know products are really expensive, but again, it's just a part of that job. It's hard to try everything.
There's no way.
And so, yeah, like as he mentioned with skincare, I would say I give things 2 weeks before I can determine if I like something or not, especially if it comes to a retinol with retinol, I try and give it a month. And especially if you have sensitive skin like I do. And also if you use a product and it messes up your face, then you have to recover from that before you can try something else. So it's very overwhelming. Brands expect things like this. And I'll give you a short story, which was that I was working with a brand that included multiple different products and they wanted me to turn around a video in like 24 hours. I'd never even tried the products before. That's probably happened to you too, right? And this brand is owned by an influencer. He doesn't run the agency that's doing this. You know, he's not involved in like how they're getting advertising work or whatever. But I told him, I'm like, well, you should know as a skincare brand that I need more than a day to be able to properly test this and give you an accurate representation of this product and how it works. And they agreed and they were like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. You can do 2 weeks later, because at the bottom line is like, yeah, everyone's just trying to get money, get sales, get money, but it is very difficult to try and balance all of it and use things at different times and try and use this moisturizer and this retinol and this and that and this. But at the end of the day, it's important to give you guys accurate reviews.
I also think it's hard too because like if your skin reacts to a certain product, that just may have been for some specific reason. That's not necessarily mean that the product's bad. So like if I use the product and I initially get irritation, like it's an exfoliant, I want to sit back and say, well, maybe I'm using too much vitamin C or maybe my retinol, like I shouldn't have used it the night before. So that doesn't determine whether the product's bad or not.
A lot goes into it.
So then I need time to recover and then time to test the product again, you know?
Yeah.
And I also feel like it's overwhelming sometimes like seeing how much product companies throw my way, even as like a very small creator. Like I'm getting bombarded with product, and so it's kind of overwhelming.
It's wasteful.
It's wasteful, and it's just overwhelming to like take that in and kind of feel like an obligation almost, where I'm like, well, I have to make use of the product that I'm receiving, or it all goes to waste.
So Kevin's gonna do a giveaway soon.
I do
what
want
are
to.
You at?
I'm at 17. I think I kind of want to do one at 20.
Well, you should do it on YouTube for these people.
Yes, I do want to do it on YouTube.
I think once Kevin hits 400 subscribers,
okay,
let's do a big YouTube giveaway. Okay, so bottom line, it's very overwhelming. We do our best. We do our best to go through it and to give the people reviews on things they actually want to see. Last question. What job would you be doing if you weren't content creating?
That's a little hard for me because I'm doing a job, but I'll say the job that I would want to do.
Yeah, exactly. I think it could be like, what would you do if it wasn't this and you could kind of like do anything? That's what I'm thinking.
I would probably work as like an art consultant or an art collector. Like, like a hireable art collector, someone to find you contemporary art for your homes, for your galleries, for anything. Yeah, I could do it.
No, we'd love that.
Yeah, but I mean, I would want like really, really, really expensive, like big contemporary
So you're trying to make me go broke?
Yeah, I want to be involved in the contemporary art scene. I went through a lot in grad school with that.
He has his degree.
Yeah, but you know, that's what I went to school
2 degrees.
for. Bachelor's. Actually, I have an associate's, a bachelor's, and a master's.
So before this, I was working in the music industry, and that is what my degree is in. So I'd probably go back to working in music in some capacity. I used to be a concert promoter, and I really, really loved it. I worked in comedy. I might go into management or something, or tour. I would love to go on tour and be a tour manager. But my dream would be to be on SNL or Broadway. Like if I could start over my life and be like, know what I know now as an adult, I'd be like, I need to start improv classes when I'm 10 and I need to take singing lessons because I love to perform. I love to be loud. I love to project. I love to be silly and goofy and like make people laugh. So that's what I would have done if I had like all the skills in the world.
I like how we're both art related.
Yeah, we're creatives. That's how you get into this field.
Yeah.
It's funny because I feel like, I don't know if you feel the same way, but like when I was a kid and going into college, like there was never, ever a part of me that was like, oh, you should probably do like economics or business. Like that was not even going to be an option for me. Like it was going to have to be something creative and fun. Whereas like my husband is a financial advisor and he knew kind of like going into school, he was going to do business. And it just seems like that's such a, no offense, boring like trajectory for your life. But he loves it. So kudos to you, babes.
I was never really attracted to like the 9 to 5. Now I feel like I want a 9 to 5.
I like the 9 to 5. It gives me routine. It gives me.
Well, I'm finding that now I kind of like it because it's giving me stability and like I know exactly like what my day to day, my like week to week's gonna be.
Yeah.
But growing up, I was like, I don't want that. I want like my
you
own
want
schedule.
Free range, yeah.
I want to work for myself.
Which I do now. It's fun, but it's, you know, you still have to try and find some semblance of a routine or you'll go insane. This was an absolute blast. I'm totally full and I'm really sad you're leaving.
I have this whole other sushi here that I'm thinking about eating. I'm very sad
Part
I'm leaving
2.
too. I'm very sad I'm leaving too. I feel like this was a great weekend.
I know, it was.
I had to burp.
You have to burp?
All of her information will be linked down below. Make sure to go follow her on all of her socials. I'll leave my information down there as well. And thank you for joining us.
We'll see you in the next one.
Love you. Bye.